everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Kathy at Attic Treasures, etc. And today I'm going to make a journal cover. So last week we went camping, but one of the things that we love about where we take it is that there are lots of fun antique stores and junk shops in the area. And so we love to just go spend a day digging through anything that we can find in these places. And one of the things that I found was this awesome director's chair cover from Pier 1 Imports. And if you can see, it's just this beautiful kind of a goldy green embossed fabric. So what I thought I would do is take it apart and make a journal cover out of it. So today what I'm using for this journal cover is this director's chair, this placemat that I found, this grocery bag that I've been saving since last winter, a couple of pieces of self-adhesive fun foam from the dollar store. Actually, it was a whole package. The last piece from my master board, and the cover core, I guess you could call it, that I made from the box that my lights came in. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare these materials and then I'll be back. See you in a minute. Okay, so I just unboxed the director's chair, and this looks like it's for the seat. And what the first thing that I want to do is unpick all of these seams so that I can even take the lining and be able to use it for something else. So I'm going to go ahead and do that part off camera. Okay, I'm back. I've got my materials all prepared now. So what I did is I took this core and I just laid it on top of the fabric after I had unpicked the seams and taken the lining out, and drew around it with a chalk pencil, and then just cut about 1 inch around just to give me something to wrap around. So, and it's approximate, you know, it's not exact. And then I cut these foam pieces to 9 by 6, and I cut it to 9 by 6, and then I shaved off about 1/8 of an inch in each direction, just to make it so that there wasn't going to be any interference. And then I rounded the corners with my corner chomper, and again, so that there isn't any interference. So this is self-adhesive, and all I'm going to do is just stick it on the cover here. And it's pretty aggressive sticky, so I want to make sure it's in the right spot before I stick it down all the way. But this just gives a little bit of a softer feel than just the cardboard itself. And I have it. I think I said I got it at the dollar store, but now that I think about it, it might have come from Walmart. I can't remember. I've had it for quite a while, from when we were doing cosplay for Comic-Con. Okay, so that's stuck down nice. Let's make sure all the bubbles are out and that it's down all the way. There's a bubble right there. Okay, and then the next thing I'm going to do is, and I'm sorry about the glare, I'm going to glue that on. So I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac for this. Okay, I'm back. So now I've taken the other piece of fun foam, and I have cut it down to fit on the inside of the cover before I wrap these around. So again, I just cut it. It comes in a 12 by 9 sheet, so I cut it in half, and then I just shaved a little bit off of the long side and the short side just to make sure that there's no interference. So I'm just going to remove the backing to expose the adhesive. It's super sticky, so you just want to make sure that you know where it's going to go. All right, now let's do the other one. With this, the first thing I'm going to do is glue down the corners. then I'm going to glue down the sides. I have these little clips, they're called Wonder Clips, and I like to just put the clips on there for a few minutes just while it's drying, just to hold it in place. Alrighty, so I've got it all glued down all around, and the foam is on the inside. And I took the placemat and I cut it down to size, and I took advantage of the sides that were hemmed to form one corner and then just hem the other two sides to match. So now I'm just going to glue this in, again starting with the middle. But I really like the way this fabric looks inside the cover. Usually I use paper, but I decided this time to use this fabric because I've had this placemat. In fact, it came with a set of 4. Got them at a thrift store, and I've had them for a long time. So just decided it was time to use them. And when I found this director's chair and saw what color the cover was and the pattern in the fabric, I just knew that this would be a really good match. Okay, I'm going to let this dry for a little while, and I shall be back in a little bit. All right, I'm back, and this part of the cover is done. I've got the fabric on the inside, and I really like the way that came out. I think the colors look really good. And I'm ready to start working with this, this last piece of the masterboard that I have. And I did cut it down a little bit to fit better on here. And I fussy cut this little bird out from the grocery bag, but when I put it on there, I thought, no, he is way too big. So I'm going to save this pretty guy for maybe somewhere inside the journal. And instead, I found these cute little birds. Can you see them? And I thought, how fun would it be to put a little frame around them like that on top of the masterboard. So, and the frame is kind of plain, and I could totally use it this way because I think it looks fine, but I think what I'd rather do is jazz it up a little bit. And I'm going to play with these Distress Crayons. All you do is just sort of scribble on where you want it, and it, you know, you don't have to be exact or anything like that. Let me see if I can get you scooted in here a little bit better so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. So just scribble it on. And just add whatever colors you want. I happen to be using this set. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, it's just got some of these more grungy kind of colors. It doesn't look like much right now, but when you get it all done, it really looks good. And you can layer on. You can add water. It's water reactive, which is nice. And I wanted to give it kind of a an old look. I'm just rubbing it in with my finger. Let's see, add a little bit of brown. And I'm just being super random. I'm not really thinking about where I'm putting it, because I can change it anytime I want to if I want to add more or take some away, because you can do that with water. I love these Distress Crayons. I've used them on other things too, like photos and stuff. But they're really fun on an application like this. Give it a little bit more blue. or whatever this color is, kind of a grayish blue. And once it dries, you can get it wet, and it won't move unless you move it, like with your finger or something like that. And just keep, you know, adding color wherever you want until you like it. And I can add a little bit of water and brush it out even more to get it kind of blended even better. Kind of spreads it around in a more random fashion. Okay, now I'm just going to ink around the edges a little bit. And for the final touch, I just ordered this Gilder's Paste Wax in antique gold. So it's brand new. And I'm just going to kind of touch up the edges. These frames, they're Tim Holtz frames. I'll put a link in the description below. But I got them on sale. I try to get everything on sale. Probably at Michael's or Joann's or something, not sure. But they come in a variety of sizes and shapes. Okay, so I like that. So now when I have this frame on top, let's see, get the frame up. Maybe I'll put the, I'll glue the birds down first. Get these placed on here. And I really wanted to fussy cut around the birds because I want the background to show. I use art glitter glue for this. Okay, but I want something between the birds and the frame. So one of the things that I picked up at a garage sale or a thrift store, oh, it looks like a thrift store, are some of these transparencies. And so I cut a piece down. I'm going to glue it to the back of the frame. So have you guys made masterboards? Because if you haven't seen the videos that I have, the little series for making the masterboards, I encourage you to go ahead and watch those, because you start with just scraps that you're using on the go to make strips, and then those strips become the masterboard, and then you can just have a lot of fun with that. So I love that. Now we're going to place it on the cover itself, like so. So I will use Fabri-Tac for that. Okay, so that's looking good. Not done yet though. I have this lace that I want to put around the edges. just to kind of give it a little bit of a finish. And I think while I do this, I'm going to cover that up so you don't have so much of a glare. So now I'm just putting a little bit of lace around the edges just to kind of give it a little bit of a frame. Okay, now what I'd like to do is embellish the corners with these little, they're from La Mode, which is this actually. These little embellishments, I got them at Joann yesterday, Joann Fabrics, and they're in the button section if you're looking for them. So I'm going to put one in this corner with some, and it's just plastic, so they're not metal. You don't need E6000 or anything. So I also have some of these little embellishments. I think I'll do that in the corner there. All right, what do you think? This is a great way to use masterboards. You can use them as a focal point for your covers. You can cut them up and make tags and stuff out of them. Now obviously this cover isn't totally finished. I'm going to put corner protectors in it on each corner, and then a closure of some sort, and then something to cover the spine. But as I work on it, I'll bring you guys along. Leave me a comment. I do answer all the comments. So I really hope you enjoyed it. I could do a little bit more embellishing on this one, but I think I'm going to leave it for now. And we'll catch you in the next video. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Again, like, subscribe, and share, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new content. And if you haven't seen the videos for making the masterboards, go back and take a look at those, because I think you'll enjoy that. It'll give you some good tips on how to sort of create them as you're working on other projects. So have a wonderful day, everybody, and don't forget to let the serendipity find you. Bye.